Hello, and welcome to PlayStation Unchained. I am your host, Garri. How is everybody doing today? I'm good myself. I'm joined by two others. Ben, welcome.
Hello, I am here.
How you are here. How is Ben today?
I am okay, I guess.
I've been hearing you've been disappointed all week.
So Dokkan Bao has done all the disappointments. And Legends, but mostly Dokkan Bao.
The things we love always end up disappointing us.
Just like Anthem next week, probably.
Oh my god. just like real life.
Just like...
But you're not the only one being disappointed this week. Tim is here. Tim, how has your disappointing week been?
Permanent.
It's been permanently disappointing. So you're just in the constant disappointing state.
Basically, yeah.
How does that feel?
I don't know. Kind of just feels American at this point.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Garri won't come visit. He doesn't love me anymore.
Well, you haven't shown me any reason to.
Oof. Oh, that stings. Oof. Oof. Yeah, see, so that's permanent disappointment now.
You're welcome, buddy. Just trying to help out.
Oh, that. Yep.
Well, it's a three-man crew today because some people just hate us now at this point. I'm not going to mention names.
Well, we scared our guest away last week, so...
This is a fact.
He was fun to have on, dude. He was pretty great.
Yeah.
He was like, oh...
He's better than I was.
Yeah. No, you were distracted.
By what?
I don't know. Shiny
Life.
things. I get distracted by shiny things all the time.
You're distracted by disappointment, dude.
That's what it is. Yeah, Ben, you get distracted by disappointment.
Sad wanks.
You must have a lot thanks to Gogeta alone.
Go getter. Go getter, blah.
See what happens when you like a character?
I don't even like the character. I just want it for my team. If I had the choice between Vegito and Gogeta, I'll always go for Vegito.
Yep,
well,
same.
Ben, unfortunately...
But I can't get Vegetos either, so...
You don't always get what you want, Ben, but sometimes you get what you need.
So what I need is a load of Rs.
More LRs. You need more LRs on your Japan account.
I think actually what he's trying to say, Ben, is that you need the glorious shaft over and over.
Yeah. No, that's the problem. It's like, I hate my luck, but I also love my luck. The game is like, look, Chili, we don't want to give you any units for your actual team, but what we want to do is have you have loads of LRs that can't link up together because they're all LRs. Now go get your LRs, Chili. Go on, boy. Go on. Dokkan Bao smacks me on the butt as I run off.
Yep. But I want to use these LRs. Ha ha ha, says Dokkan. Ha ha ha. He just laughs at you.
But you still end up enjoying it.
I sure do.
Life is hard sometimes, man. But anywho, video games. This is Unchained, after all.
Yeah.
We who talk about anime and mobile games instead, though. Let's get to some video games, shall we? No, you don't want to?
No, it's fine. Let's do it.
Let's jump into the force of video games.
Don't.
Well, since I'm hosting, I'm gonna go and start a new thing that I'm gonna do. New releases for this week. There's games coming out between February 18th and February 24th. Let's tell people what they are, which means by the time you hear these games will be out. And
no,
then
they
you can
won't.
go.
This will be
okay,
out
some of them
halfway.
Halfway. Okay, yeah, halfway.
Living on a prayer.
It'll be halfway there.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to mention these games, and you guys are going to judge these games by their title.
I can judge the games. That's easy.
Yeah, you're good at judging stuff. Like
wow, shit. That'd be true if you were stuff, though.
Wow, I am stuff. I am property.
You're a person. You're not property.
The government owns me. They force me to pay taxes, so I'm property.
That's just the Mormon agenda.
Oh my god.
Hey, damn Mormons, and they're as bad as them gypsies.
Oh my god, Ben.
Not the same.
Oh my god.
You don't live in England, okay? You don't know. You just don't understand.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Anywho, you guys are going to judge these games by their title and tell me if you think they're worth buying or not. Or not me, you're going to tell, the audience. So let's start. First game. Almost There, the platformer.
What?
That's what it's called. Almost There, the platformer.
Are you almost there?
It's going to only take me 16 pumps, but I'm there.
Well, you know what? I'll go first and say the title is not the only one that's just almost there. My wallet might almost be there, but it's not getting it.
So that's a yes.
That's a no.
Ben is not recommending Almost There, the platformer. That's cold, man.
It's
Tim,
just,
what about
almost there?
I just know nothing about it.
That's the whole point. You're supposed to judge it by the title.
Oh,
Come on,
almost
it's
there.
like judging a book by the title.
You see, I don't do that because
Well,
actually,
I'm gonna
I do that
I'm gonna help
because
you
bad
learn to do
titles
that.
are pretty. I judge a book by its cover just by the author, so it still counts as judging by the title.
Exactly. So this is nothing new for you. Let's go.
Wow, dude, wow. It's
Sometimes
new,
you can tell, though. I know you shouldn't judge book by the cover, but sometimes if the artwork is too, I don't know. Sometimes if the artwork is just a bit, you can tell.
Oh yeah, and it's same with games. Like if it has that cliche sort of
Orange
like,
and blue.
imagery, yeah, you know what's coming.
You know you
Okay,
shouldn't,
so-
but at the same time, sometimes you know.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's what
Tim.
they want you to do. That's like part of the motive. Like that
Yeah.
they put that in there so you look at it and go, "Oh snap, that guy's rugged and badass. I gotta buy this game."
Exactly. So almost there. The platformer, Tim. Yay
Yes
or
or
nay?
no?
I don't know. Something called Almost There. I feel like it's gonna be incomplete somehow.
Oh my god. Well, now I'm going to tell you what it is, since you both said no. It is a platformer where you play as a cube with a bandana, looking like Solid Snake in a box,
It is solid.
and you avoid triangles by jumping. There you
Okay,
go.
it started off cool. I think it took its name too seriously. It's like it's almost there at being cool, but then it falls off.
So I was right. Almost there.
Yeah,
It's
almost
almost
These
there.
these triangles move, though, and the world...
Oh my god,
That shit was
triangles fucking move.
It's not just triangles. There's buzzsaws, there's spinning lines and stuff.
Honestly,
It's
as
quite
long
cool
as
There better not be
soundtrack-
rectangles. Ben, it's the Dark Souls of gaming.
Oh my god. Okay, moving on. Methna.
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
god, why does that name sound familiar?
What was that?
Methna is coming out.
Is that like a drug-induced Godzilla boss?
Oh my god, no, it's Anthem spelled backwards, you douche.
Oh, I thought you were saying meth nut.
Wow!
I thought you were saying meth nut. I was like, what?
Methna, I'd buy that game. Anthem, Tim, yay or nay?
No.
No, damn, that's cold, man. That's
Yeah,
a triple A
after-
EA game.
It's more like an EA game.
Okay, Ben,
Yay for me.
I'm not motivated. I'm not
yay,
motivated.
yay for you.
Yay for me.
Okay, well, Anthem is a BioWare developed game where it's Destiny with jetpacks.
It's
I wouldn't
Iron
go
Man
that far.
meets Destiny.
Nope.
It looks pretty though on some consoles apparently, not online.
Yeah, mine. I posted pictures in the chat like that's not the base form. I'm like, yeah, it's base PS4. Guess my
That's
PS4
not my
has
game.
magic.
There you go. Moving on then, Daggerhood.
That sounds uncomfortable.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, I'd
So
never
is that-
put that hood up. I can tell you that right now.
Is that a no for both of you guys?
Just on the title, yeah. I
It
would
sounds
never
like
wear that.
unless you play as some sort of magic rat that's in a hood. You know, I'm gonna go with yes, just
Oh my
because I like the idea of I can picture a rat in a hood for some reason.
Alrighty, well, Daggerhood
Replicon and the
is
hood.
every man should have a skill, and for Vincent S. Daggerhood, that's his name, that skill was thieving. Armed with a dagger he can throw and reclaim by teleporting to its current position. He's going to need your help. It's a platformer, and you can teleport with your dagger.
What else was he going to be when he grew up if he called him Vincent S. Daggerhood? Was he going to be that, or he's going to be some sort of circus knife eater?
I want to play a game where you're the circus knife eater. Maybe a simulator. Alrighty, moving on then. That's a no from both of you guys. Game actually pretty nice. You guys suck at judging games by the cover.
It's true.
Next up, Death End
Definite Reed.
Request.
Oh,
Death End Request. Damn,
I don't know
I'm
if
sure
this is
you've
fair.
watched the trailer or anything. It's fine.
I don't know if it's fair because reasons. Reasons I can't disclose yet.
I think you should say yes or no though. It's the game name.
Honestly, the name sounds like one of those. What are they called? Like what is that? Oh, what is that franchise? The Hyper Dimension Neptunia or something.
Yeah.
It's like very target audience title, and you know who you are.
Gosh, you're not supposed to spoil it for Ben. He has to go in blind.
Don't worry.
No, just by the title, it has that it has weird punctuation in the words and like stuff that's not capitalized, and yeah, it's
I already
So
have my
is it
reason
yes
for
or no?
voting.
Yes or no, Tim?
yes, I guess.
Yes, there you go. I knew it. Tim was a fanboy. He just hides it. Fan service for Tim. Ben.
Well, you know, I was going to say yes before because I thought you said Death and Weed Quest, but now
Oh my
you said
God.
that there's fan service. I'm going to have to definitely go with yes.
Fan service with weed? That's a definite yes, dude. What's wrong with you? That's a yes from both of you. Let's see here. Video game programmer Arata Mizunashi discovers his missing colleague Sheena is trapped in a virtual video game world they created. How can Sheena escape? Complete the game and unlock the perfect ending. You only have a success rate of 1%. That's hardcore. That's hardcore, man. That's hardcore. Moving
I mean,
on
that's
then.
still higher than LR rate, so.
That's a higher rate though than Ben pulling Gogeta Super Saiyan 4.
So you're saying?
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance when he becomes useless.
When I can buy him.
Yes, you can. Moving on then. DreamWorks presents Dragons: Dawn of the New Riders.
Oh,
Go ahead, Tim. You seem to have a lot to say about this.
that feels like it would be an entry in like Dragon Riders of Pern, like Anne McCaffrey's book series.
Have you not watched the Dragon movie?
No.
Come
What?
on.
Like how to tame a dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon,
How
dude.
to fap a dragon.
Oh
No.
my god.
Red dragon, red dragon, red dragon.
I'm gonna go with a no then for this.
Okay, then I guess vote for me. That's fine.
No, what are you gonna say? Yes or no?
I don't know. Just by the night title alone, it sounds like it could be interesting. So yeah.
Ben?
I'm going to
Ben?
go with no because it sounds like it's a movie spin-off, and movie spin-offs, unless it's Cars, is normally shit.
God damn it! This is why I don't
Oh, yeah.
talk to anyone.
I forgot about the DreamWorks part.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah,
Well.
I heard DreamWorks and then Dragon, and I thought, well, the new one's coming out soon. It sounds like this might be a spin-off. I put two and two
Alright.
together and made a dragon.
Well, Dragons: Dawn of the New Rider. Join Scribbler and Patch in an epic battle to save dragons and defeat the villain Ear's evil plans. Clash against fierce enemies and meet many DreamWorks Dragons characters in this fun and fiery action adventure.
Just
Oh,
go by
God.
Spyro. Spyro.
Yeah.
Just go by Spyro. I should also mention what system these games are coming out for. This game is coming out on the PS4.
Really?
Exclusively?
No, well, on other systems, but when it comes to Sony's.
PS4 games? On
It's
our
not coming
PS-
out on the Vita? What the hell?
You're telling me it's not for my
Vita-
PS1?
Vita's dead, dude. Get over it.
By the way, for those that I feel bad for some retail some ways. A few weeks ago, I was in town, and you know when they had the PS1s on discount, because they put the prices down on the classics again. Someone came in and said, "Can I play my PS1 games on that?" And they're like, "No, you can't." And I'm like, "But you sure it looks like a PS1?" He's like, "No, you can't." Are you sure it
Aw.
looks like you can buy them on play? Can you stay saying I can't play my games? She was arguing for about 20 minutes.
Oof.
I was sat there
It's the
thinking,
size of a disc, lady.
I feel bad for the guy trying to say no, trying to be polite and tell her that no, you can't.
Oh, dude, retail is a trick. It's a hell of a drug.
Moving on then. Farm Together.
Nope.
Yes.
That is Farm Together.
Nope.
See how quick that was? That's good. That's good.
Yes.
That's...
I want that
But is
game.
that good because of that's you don't have to wait long for our votes, or good because we're making jabs at the?
Well, I said
farming
yes.
The first one, yeah. Yes and no. Ben says yes. Tim says no because he hates farmers.
Wow.
Farm Together is a game where you grow your own farm by yourself or cooperate with your friends in this unique, relaxing farming experience.
Why am
Start
I not
from
reviewing
scratch.
this?
Start from scratch with a small plot and end with a huge farm that extends further than the eye can see.
A small plot? Damn, I like big plots.
The thing is,
Well,
though,
you
I've
can-
got very bad eyes, so that's not a very big plot anyway. So, as far as I can see,
So-
that's like 10 foot.
I'm watching the trailer, and you can have adorable kitties, you can have adorable puppies living on your farm.
I want to
Cows
review
are
this.
adorable, sheep
This sounds
are adorable.
this sounds better than Anthem.
This is the anthem. Throw on.
Actually, the game looks pretty fun.
If it has RPG
me
elements,
just say-
it should be the best.
Alrighty, moving on then. Hacky Zack.
Yes.
Oh my god. Is this like the simulator that hacky sacks need?
It's the simulator it's the one we need. It's not the one we want, but it's the one we deserve. Whatever it is.
There it is.
Alright, Hacky Zack. Yes or no?
I think we all agree. Yes.
Yeah. How much is it?
I don't know.
That's it.
Farm Together is coming out on Xbox One and PS4 if you want me to
I
mention
imagine if
other-
it was crossplay,
Ew.
you can make farms for
Alrighty.
your Xbox fans.
Excuse me. No, this isn't Stardew Valley, so I don't care.
Hacky Zack. You are Zack. Juggle balls, bounce off balls, and
Yes!
avoid fatal falls as you try to make it through more than 100 levels of precision puzzle platforming.
I'm
Collect
gonna switch my
stickers
vote.
along the way to unlock optional time trial challenge levels as well as extra playable characters who are also extra cute.
Why does
I'm
it
gonna
sound
change my
like
vote
some
to
sort of spiritual sequel to Marco's Magic Football?
Maybe it is.
Because
You
target
can't change-
audience, man.
No, you can't change your vote, man. It's over.
Well, I said yes.
You've read. Yeah. and Tim said yes. So.
Oh, so I can change my vote, but he can't.
Oh no, I thought you said yes. So.
No, I said it sounds like a spiritual sequel to Marco's Magic Football.
Okay, so Ben says yes. Tim says no because he hates hacky sack.
Oh, dude, not hacky sack. I hate farming games.
Oh, okay.
I love hacky sack, man. That was my childhood.
But you just said no to this game.
Oh, he said no to the farming. You said yes to this.
Yeah, I said yes for the sole reason that they rhymed balls.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
I
yes
just
and
liked
yes.
it because it said
That's what I said, and you said I can change my vote. Man, you're confusing me. Stop it.
Stop it.
Anyways, moving on. Hell Warders.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, damn.
That's-
That
That
Doesn't
name
have
just
the
sounds
word
like
sack.
it's trying too hard.
All right.
If it had been like Hellsack, I probably would have been more
Oh my
interested.
god.
Or Sack Warden.
Hell Warders. Hell is at our gates. Rise up as one of the mighty Hell Warders, an ancient order to resist the demon hordes head on. Push back wave after wave of Hellspawn with an arsenal of weapons and deploy your army to bring the fight back to hell.
Wait there. Let me ask you. It sounds like
Rated?
some sort of Darksiders.
Is this on the dark side of it?
Okay, well, let me tell you, I'm watching a video right now, and I'll tell you what kind of game it is. This is a
Darksiders.
tower. This is a tower defense game
Nope.
where you get to control a unit on the field while also building defenses.
I kind of like those games actually, but I'm not worth full price.
That
You
sounds
get to
like
go-
What the hell is that one game?
Toy
It's kind of
Soldiers
like a
on
key-
Xbox, I remember like that.
I can't think of what it's called. I used to play it on PS3 a lot.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it's called. It's got like a cartoony art style, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
That
the only
one.
one I remember like that is Toy Soldiers on Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Where it was like a different types of military styles, and you had to defend stuff.
Alrighty, moving on then. Hexamaze.
Oh, it sounds like puzzles. Nope.
Yeah, my brain don't like puzzles. So
Tim's
me
already
go
gone.
no.
Tim's already like, oh, I can't even get past the pause screen or the menu screen.
I'm gonna go with
All these
no.
games so far have been target audience based, so
Exciting brain twisters for puzzle fans. Tricky puzzles to test your brain power. Work your way from level to level by cleverly fitting the colorful hexagonal blocks into the templates. With 4 different levels of difficulty, this puzzle will be enjoyed by beginners and experts alike.
will be.
But those crazy
choice.
bastards, they've suggested
No
we'll
choice.
go from level to level.
No.
I like to go from level to world to level.
That's the best way to do all games. Lots of loading.
I know. So we're doing the Anthem style. So it's tunnel to level to tunnel to tunnel to tunnel to level to level to tunnel to tunnel to level to load
Wow.
the screen.
You didn't level load enough.
Jesus. Moving on. Forgive me if I pronounce it wrong.
No.
Fode.
What?
Fode. P-O-D-E.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
forget.
assuming it's pronounced Fode, not Pody.
I'm gonna go yes.
Might be just Pode.
Okay, well,
I don't
3
know.
different variations there. Pode.
Peyote is the name.
I want to go
Oh my
with
God.
foodie.
Okay. No for Ben.
Well, I said yes.
Oh, I thought you said yes. My bad. I gotta pay attention then.
Wow, dude.
Tim, yes or no?
Nah.
Alrighty, well, your fault, because this game looks absolutely adorable. This is a
Oh.
game. It is a co-op puzzle exploration game about
Yep.
a rock and a fallen star working together to solve ancient puzzles in a stunning environment inspired by Norwegian art and culture.
Wait, did you say a rock?
Yep.
Oh
You
my
play
God, a
a
giant
rock,
rock.
and a fallen star. It looks absolutely adorable. The rock has 2 tiny little eyes, and the star is, well, the sun with tiny little eyes.
I live among Norwegian culture. That's enough. That's more than enough.
Also, why does everything have to have tiny little eyes?
Because tiny little eyes make everything adorable, dude. Come
I
on.
like giant eyes, like anime.
Oh, man. Anywho, this comes out on Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4.
In that order.
Okay. Queen's Quest 2, Stories of Forgotten Past.
No.
Yeah, no.
No? Well, guess who's going to say yes? Alfonso, because this looks like a trophy you can buy.
Wait, hang on. What?
Yeah.
Come back.
Oh, my God.
I can buy the trophy. Tim's like, maybe.
Wait, go on. Go back.
Nope. I think actually Alfonso has played the first game, and he platinumed it and stuff. When the king asked a famous alchemist to look into the murder of his most trusted agent, the last thing the alchemist expected was to discover an intricate network of criminals working from the shadows to bring chaos to the land. Now, that sounds cool and all, but this is one of those mobile games where you just see, the background and you click on shit
Oh.
to examine it. Yep. Moving on. Rim 9000.
Ooh.
Yes.
Tell me. Yep. That's a yes.
Or it's Rim or Rhyme. It's RYM. So
Rim. That's Rim.
Okay.
What's a Rim?
Oh.
The 9,000 should indicate to you what kind of game this is.
Target audience.
Yeah, the year
This
9000.
week is all about the target audience, dude.
Is this a yes from you then, Tim? Because of Rim.
Because of the name. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, good. Ben?
Yes, because of the name.
Nice. Alrighty. Rim 9000. Save an island in peril on a childhood holiday with restless spirits threatening the safety of Toromi, island's inhabitants. Wow, that's really confusing. Time must venture through dangers. Okay, that's the wrong description for what this game is. Ignore what I just said.
Did you just lie to us?
Something is wrong. No, okay, so Rim 9000 is pretty much Ikaruga. It's one of those top-down fighty shooter games.
Oh,
looks
so
hardcore.
definitely yes. Those are, you mean like Galaga and Galaxica and
Yep.
You
R-Type?
had me at Rim, dude.
Rim
It has
type.
really cool music, too.
R-Type, Rim type.
Alrighty, moving on. Steins Gate Elite.
That is the franchise I've always wanted to get into. I have no idea where to start. I'm
You
just going
start
to say
with
yes.
Steins Gate.
Don't, dude. Too soon.
I'm going to go
Ben?
with yes as well.
Yes, you both should say yes because Steingate is
Even though
one
I've
of the
never
greatest,
played a Steingate's game in my life.
one of the greatest visual novels and one of the best animes when
I
it comes
don't know.
to.
Does it really go up
mystery
with the
animes.
pigeon novel book?
Okay, that doesn't even count because that's not even a real thing in my world.
But it's one of the best visual novels I've ever played. Spoilers, it's the only visual novel I've ever played. That means it's the best.
Steins Gate Elite, ready to play the anime? Experience a full animated adventure with brand new scenes in Steins Gate Elite. Follow a group of young, tech-savvy lab members who discover how to change the past via email using a modified microwave.
Isn't that just a rip-off of that one movie where the person had to put stuff in the mailbox?
You got mail with
That's
Tom
it.
Hanks? Wait, no, that's not it. I think you're thinking of who was in that movie? God.
I just remember the fact that you had to put mail in the box.
Oh, it had Keanu Reeves was in it. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, he puts a letter and somehow it travels to the
lake
past.
house.
Yes, there you go. Thank you. Thank you.
Only now with emails.
Man, alrighty, moving on then. Unexplored, Unlocked Edition.
I'm going to go with no, and it's going to stay unexplored.
Yeah, same.
Alrighty.
Sounds too close to Puzzler to me.
Unexplored, Unlocked Edition. Descend into the depths of the dungeons of doom and complete your quest. Steal the amulet of Yendor from the fearsome dragon and make it out alive. Unexplored is an accessible yet challenging action RPG that has won praise for its revolutionary level generator tech. So it's got random generators. Yeah, it's like a top-down dungeon crawler. Interesting. That's it. That's all the games coming out this week.
Anthem
Nice.
sounds like the best, followed by that farm game. I want that farm game so badly.
You can buy it starting this week, Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe.
Look, I can't afford both Anthem and that farm game and my Dokkan addiction, so I'm going to have to go with one or the other. And I need to buy more stones, Garri. I need to pull on Gogeta more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Of all those games, Daggerhood is the only one coming out on the Vita. Daggerhood.
And that still sounds like a rip-off of the Elder Scrolls game.
Alrighty, let's move on to some news then, shall we? After the fallout of, EA, or not EA, Activision announcing record growth and laying off over 800 employees afterwards, how do you set a record in growth and then fire people? Cool. Ubisoft has laid out ambitious plans for the next financial year. Ubisoft says that they are planning to release 3 or even 4 massive AAA titles during the next physical year.
Assassin's Creed, The Crew 3, Watch Dogs 3, and some generic AA game.
Oh my god. The next physical year is between April 1st, 2019 and March 31st, 2020.
Oh, by the way, did you hear about those layoffs? Did you hear that they got laid off by loot boxes?
Are you serious?
Yeah, from what I heard,
I think that was like a joke parody thing.
I thought it was real.
I don't think even Activision would be that douchey. I mean, if they were, I'm sure somebody would have set the building on fire.
I don't know, dude. I feel like they would make it so that they had to buy the loot boxes just to lose.
Oh god, just so they can loot. Oh god, that's the worst. Buy your loot box just so you can lose your job.
All right, well, Ubisoft has said that there is not going to be a new Assassin's Creed this year. Well, yeah, because they're releasing Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
It's not really a new game, but it's still an Assassin's Creed game being re-released, which, by the way, launches with the Liberations game as well. So you're getting technically 2 games remastered on
I
your
remember
PS4.
if you bought the season pass, you get it for free as well.
Yes, if you bought Assassin's Creed Odyssey Season Pass, you get that for free.
Including Liberation.
Yes. I don't think Liberation was known up until the Nintendo Direct. Oh, was it? Okay.
Well, they said all the DLC was included, and Liberation is technically...
No, Liberation was a standalone Vita game, which then they ported to the PS3 because, the Vita died very quickly.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, no brand new Assassin's Creed, they say, but you're still getting Assassin's Creed this year with Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Rumors of a new Splinter Cell game have been going on for like, yeah. So that might be happening. We don't know. Far Cry New Dawn has a lot of Splinter Cell Easter eggs, including an outfit that you can unlock and wear. Sam Fisher's whole outfit in New Dawn as well. Plenty of stuff. Watch Dogs 3, like Ben has said, has been hinted at of being in development for a while now too. We know that Skull and Bones is coming out. We don't have a full-on release date, but we know it's coming. That's the huge pirate game, which is pretty much, Assassin's Creed Odyssey's naval battles, but a full-on blown game. So technically, maybe 2 of those games are for sure. I don't know about Splinter Cell yet. Actually, I'd say Splinter Cell is a better shoe-in to be made than Watch Dogs 3. I don't think Watch Dogs 2 performed as well as they thought it did, or they thought it would for a sequel.
Hashtag.
But we know Beyond Good and Evil 2 is in development. That's going to be a next-gen game. Don't even worry about that coming out this year. But yeah, what games do you think it will be? Like, besides the ones we tell you, do you think anything new is going to be announced? Or because Ubisoft likes to announce brand new games at E3. Like, the last game they show off is the big surprise. Show at E3 all the time.
Yeah, I can see that being a thing. Do you think they do they consider Just Dance as a AAA game?
I would say they do, but they also know that it's a target audience game. They release that for specific audiences. Shit, that game came out on the Wii. The last Just Dance game from last year came out on the Wii.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So it's still selling like hotcakes. So as much as we don't like it, because it's not our type of game, those games sell very well for them.
What, Just Dance?
I don't know. I've never played them. I've never played them.
Just Dance.
Yes, Just Dance.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I've discovered a lot of amazing music Dance that I didn't even know existed.
They're good games. They're not my type of game, but I would never complain about, they should just...
Keep it going.
Yeah, they're going to keep that going for a while. So that's almost a guarantee. So...
I mean, they've got no competition now that they've killed Guitar Hero and Rock Band. And SingStar.
I mean, if Konami was smart, they'd bring back Dance Dance, but
Dance Dance, we're falling apart from
they gotta figure out a way to turn it into a pachinko machine first.
They will too.
Oh my god, it'd be easily done as a pachinko machine. Pachinko machine is just a load of balls you shoot up, right?
But you got to make it work with the stepping and stuff. So like you play the pachinko machine by pressing on the pads on the ground.
Yeah, and then
you're exercising while gambling. Good,
because gambling is good for you.
Perfect. 2 things I don't want to do.
And you get to work out, so you relieve that stress by working out when you lose all your money.
Yeah, you lose your money and your pounds at the same time. Which in England is the same thing.
And your pounds. Your pounds and your
That's awesome. Ben, what about you? Any surprises you think Ubisoft would throw out?
Well, we'll get random, we'll always get a random indie game. They always seem to have one.
Mm-hmm. And they're always really good, too.
Yeah, they're always really good ones. We just can't say what it is because it'll be something left field.
Do you think they'll do another Rayman?
Maybe. I feel like it's been a long time since we've had a Rayman game. But I don't know. People will then call it the Dark Souls of platforming, won't they? Because I remember how hard...
Oh my god.
Hey, I don't know about you, but I struggled on Rayman on the PS1 when it first came out. That game was the hardest shit.
Dude, hard shits are bad.
That music level. Anyone who played Rayman on PS1 is now crying in the corner as they remember what I said. So
on that note, Crystal and I went to Best Buy yesterday and used a gift certificate to buy a PS1 Classic.
Oh, nice. How are you going
the deciding factor was Rayman. Crystal wanted to play Rayman. Oh yeah, and Crystal wanted to play Oddworld.
Oddworld, good choice there, Crystal. Oddworld is one of the best PS1 games ever made. Good choice.
Says Ben.
Well, it is. Oddworld is.
What you should be playing is Wild Arms. Wild
Yeah, I saw
Arms.
Wild Arms on there, and I wanted that.
That's what you need to be
Oddworld.
playing.
Play Oddworld.
Play Wild Arms first. Oddworld will just frustrate you.
Age
you
Exodus.
Abe's like, yeah. Good old way. What is it?
What is it?
I'm just trying to remember that weird laugh they do. It's like,
Man, that's phenomenal. Alrighty, let's move on then.
Okay.
Final Fantasy XV's last expansion is coming. Arden's story is being released. I believe it is March 28th is the release date.
the anime is already live.
26th, yes. There's a 15-minute animated short that they've released, which I've watched. It's really good.
Yeah.
And just having this anime in the full game would have
We won't
put
get
it up
that.
like 3 points. It would have put it up like 3 points right
It's
away.
like that, the fact that they could have added the anime for the because remember if you bought the collector's edition, you got the anime as well. The anime set before, because there was already an anime series before Final Fantasy 15, which was really good. And if you bought the collector's edition, you actually got on Blu-ray. I think you can watch it on YouTube for free, except for the last episode.
You can. It's still available for free. No, it's still there.
No, except for the last episode. The last episode's always been exclusive to the disc.
Ben, what kind of age do you think we live in? It's
Yeah,
available
I'm
on
trying to
YouTube.
be good, okay? It's like I didn't tell Tim to go hack his PS1 so he can play Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that, Tim, because it's going to break your system. Anyways,
Final Fantasy 9. I have it on PS4. I don't need to.
March 26th marks the end of the Final Fantasy 15 saga.
Yeah.
This is the last bit of DLC coming to it. It's still unknown if they're going to support anything big with the multiplayer mode that they have, any new updates that are going to come to that.
I still need to play that again. I downloaded it ages ago.
I know, because of me, and I'm the worst friend ever.
Like, Ben, come play that with me. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I know.
2
I really
months
should.
later.
I
you
know,
have
Ben. This is what
Do you
I
have a
do.
folder for Ben? Do you have a folder for him, Ben?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, I know it's Final Fantasy 14, but Final Fantasy 15 is coming to Final Fantasy 14 in, I think it's April. So
Yes, with the collaboration event.
yeah, where you got to fight Garuda.
Yep, which Final Fantasy 15 already had. They had their version of that crossover. I don't know if it's still going on. I would hope so.
But it'll unlock the first 4-person mount in Final Fantasy 14 if you beat it.
Yes, you get the Regalia car
Yes.
that can fly.
Does that start in March?
April.
Oh, that'll give me time to get caught up.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for it.
Though we don't know exactly what's going to go on, so
Come on, dude.
So yeah, that is coming out March 26th. I highly recommend fans of Final Fantasy 15 to go watch this anime prequel, because it really adds a lot of story to Arden that should have 100% been in the game, because it shows you just how troubled he was and how screwed over he got, and it really justifies his actions in 15.
all I
that's
want to
the,
say is,
my-
you know,
The big hair guy, right?
no,
He's
Arden's
the main villain in 15.
Because I kind of loved him.
The main villain in 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
definitely go watch this. It takes place a very long time ago.
Yeah.
In a galaxy far, far.
God damn it. What were you going to say, Ben?
I was just saying, I know I don't spoil much, but I'm so happy they didn't screw him over in a way. Because I was worried that they'd just do the typical Final Fantasy thing of, he was evil all along.
Yeah, no, they did a good job. And it's something I talked about with Arden for a while, where all the stuff they hinted at in 15 would have been so amazing to actually have in the game, but so it was all cut out.
Also, this makes the Assassin's Creed stuff even more canon. Remember, the Assassin's Creed stuff is canon, so...
Please don't tell me that.
You do know what happened with the Assassin's Creed thing, right?
Yes, I know about the Assassin's Creed collaboration. And
Where you release Arden. That's now canon, in my opinion.
okay. People who have achieved or collected the Platinum Trophy in the PS4 Spider-Man game are receiving a free Spider-Man avatar.
I really should finish that game.
It has Spider-Man with the Platinum Trophy behind him. So that's actually pretty cool.
You know, every time they do something like that, I never receive it.
Neither do I. I never got my Bloodborne theme.
I
I
never
never
got the
got the God of
one.
War. Yeah, I never got a God of War.
Maybe you don't
Something's
have the
going on.
settings. Maybe you don't have the right settings on.
What, my email on my account?
No, but maybe you just haven't clicked the box that says, I want to receive marketing shit.
That might be a thing. Sounds like an article idea.
Maybe. This is interesting. Japanese Dead or Alive 6 stream was cut off and turned off on Twitch after things got a little bit sexually suggestive.
Yes! Put it in your mouth.
What?
This happened at Evo Japan during the big Evo fighting tournament. But yes, it was pulled right away after a lot of really bad, inappropriate stuff started happening on the stream. And it didn't come from the actual, people presenting the game, but it was things that they were showing, and they were putting the characters, because the game has a photo mode, and they were using that photo mode, they're showcasing the photo mode, and in showcasing that photo mode, they were putting characters in sexual positions with each other.
Oh, God.
So good. So good. See,
Yeah.
if they did the stream on YouTube, they'd been fine. They just got demonetized.
Oh, God. So, yeah, so if you guys thought the developers of Dead or Alive have matured just a tiny bit, you would be incorrect. Because they did not. They did not. They just hit it to get past Sony's,
Thank you so much. Please don't ever
Sony's
mature.
censoring process.
Don't ever
As we
mature.
know, a lot of the scantily clad outfits are still in the game. They're just not being shown off. They're unlockables now that you can unlock. So even though they're presenting the game as a more mature, we grew up type of experience, deep down it's still the same old Dead or Alive.
Boobies, but
For better or worse. My thing with Dead or Alive is I always thought it was a solid fighting game, but a lot of stuff did get in the way of that solid fighting mechanics.
Well, there's more than one thing that's solid about that game.
Oh my god. Ben.
Snake?
I do like that combination. I'd love to see Solid Snake.
Dude, I would love to see Solid Snake in a skimpy outfit.
The problem is, though, you'd end up with Liquid Snake after a while.
Oh!
And then it'll
Well, on
stay
the
solidus
heels-
for a bit.
Just give me.
Going with the Dead or Alive 6 news, a new demo is coming. I believe this is actually coming this coming week.
A lot of coming.
February 22nd. It's going to be available only to PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold members. It's going to have the entire roster playable. It's going to have training mode, online battles, combo challenges, and a little bit of the story.
You wanna play?
I do want to play. Yes.
Want to get your ass kicked, you mean?
I mean, if the servers last, because the last demo they did, the servers were not working whatsoever.
Oh,
So yeah, the entire 24-player character roster will be available, so you will be able to play that. They also announced their first DLC character, which is going to be Mai from the King of Fighters franchise, and of course, because she's the biggest breasted character in fighting games, so she's coming.
I don't
She
know,
was
dude.
also-
Jump Force has competition for that now.
Well, that's One Piece, so.
Ugh.
The one out of the two female characters in that game.
Yeah.
Mai was a DLC character in Dead or Alive 5 last round, so she is coming back again as a DLC character. They know what they're doing there because Mai is a massively popular character, and people will pay big bucks for her. No pun intended.
I don't get it.
God damn it.
Throw me a
So yeah, she's coming. They also announced a second King of Fighters character, but they did not reveal who it is. Will also be joining the roster as a DLC character.
Is it going to be you?
Yeah, in the My outfit. You didn't know, dude? What the fuck?
Oh my god, yes.
Just what you wanted.
Oh my god.
See, I wanted it to be me in Voldo's outfit, but then they pulled it idea.
So some sad news for me in particular. Well, good and bad. Dragon Quest XI: Echoes of an Elusive Age is coming to the Nintendo Switch this fall, which I'm super stoked about. It's also coming with the retro version of the game, so you can change the game and play retro style like it was a freaking Super Nintendo game. So that's cool. The Switch version is also getting a bunch of added story sequences, mostly featuring the characters in your party and their personal side quests and stories. They're getting a bunch of stuff. They're also adding an English and Japanese voice track, so you can switch between the two if you'd like. The original PS4 version did not have Japanese voiceovers at all when it released. When they released in North America, they added English voiceovers, but this is the first time the game will feature Japanese voice acting. The reason this makes me sad is during an interview with the Wall Street Journal, who was it? I believe it was the producer on the game. I do not remember the name. But anyway, he asked if all these new features are going to be coming as a update or a DLC of some kind for the PS4 version. They said that they have not decided this, but chances are very slim that it will. which makes me really sad because I want this.
Well, you have a
I don't really
Switch.
want to play it on Switch just to do all that other stuff.
I know, and I'm 100% going to be buying it again on Switch because I am a massive Dragon Quest fan. I've said Dragon Quest XI is one of the greatest RPGs I've ever played, so I will be rebuying it, but I think it's kind of unfair that people who have the PS4 version or even the PC version may not get all these extra features that are coming to the Switch version.
Well, I mean, just as in comparative, when the PS3 version came out, the stuff that was coming with the PS3 version or the US version or the Western version ended up getting on the Eastern version. Yeah. So potentially they might do that for.
They might do They might release a final mixed version of Dragon Quest.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'd be happy. I would be happy because I need more Dragon Quest in my life. Apex Legends.
Yes!
Has reached 25 million unique users, and it's what has it been, like a week and a half now since its launch? 25 million unique users in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, we'll say. About 2.5 million concurrent players. So that means about 2.5 million people are playing.
I've taken a small break because I'm so tempted to buy the Valentine's Day stuff, and that costs real money. So.
Yes, and it costs a lot of real life money. Apparently,
you gotta buy stones and stuff.
I believe it came out that a lot of these cosmetic packs are like $12 just for like one color scheme. Insanity. That's not.
Especially for stuff that you don't start with. You've got to find the weapons on the floor, so you're not even going to see it all the time anyway.
And you guys didn't play Paragon. Getting skins and stuff for that was like...
Well, you can't buy these. Normally stuff you can use crafting materials, but these Valentine's Day ones you have to spend real money for. So
yeah, so huge success for them. I'm happy for them. Obviously, I'm happy for them because I want more Titanfall. And as Tim wrote in a fantastic article that you should go read on psu.com, Tim, what was the name of the article? Because I don't remember its name anymore.
How Apex Legends can save Titanfall.
Yes, go read that because it 100% can, and it probably already has.
Well, the player base for Titanfall 2 has gone back up again thanks to Apex Legends. Yes,
I was going to get to that. I believe they said the user count in Titanfall 2 has doubled since the release of Apex Legends. It also helped that they put the game on sale for like $5 this week. So if you have not bought Titanfall 2 yet, just go fucking do it because it is such a good game.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah, don't be dumb because it is good.
That TV reference. Just saying.
I'm happy. I'm happy you did that. But Apex Legends has fallen to third place as the most streamed game on Twitch. Fortnite has come back in second place, and somehow, some way, Counter-Strike is still the +1 streamed game on Twitch.
Well, Fortnite was really pushing to be #1 again with the creators have got more getting bonus money if they stream this month, and also the battle pass is free this month as well.
Yeah, they're competing hard. It's kind of awesome to see that they're not so
they know that they're being threatened now, whether like they don't care about PUBG, like they can't touch us, but then here comes Apex, like oh shit, there's actual competition, but somehow Counter-Strike is still better than both of them. Counter-Strike. That's like almost a 25-year-old game, but people like Counter-Strike. Yeah, good stuff for Jump Force.
They might have had tournaments recently as well, maybe.
Yeah, good stuff for Jump Force.
Yeah, released in a very bad time. I'm just gonna say that.
Well, to be fair, Jump Force isn't doing itself any favors, but
yeah, I guess this should lead into our next segment of what we've been playing. Let's bring back what we've been playing. Ben, Final Fantasy 14. Cool, Tim. What are you? I'm just kidding.
The game I can talk about is Destiny.
God damn it!
Oh,
Tim.
Just kidding. I could talk about Degrees of Separation. I've been playing that.
Tell us about it.
Kind of sad. Not in a good way. There's such a thing. It's a lot of wasted potential IMO because it has a lot of heart in it, and I see it, and it's all over the place, and it has. And you're gonna give me shit because I'm gonna say the word puzzles, Garri. But the puzzles are accessible. And they're fine. Like the puzzles are totally fine. But what the game is trying to do is talk about togetherness between the two characters who can't really actually connect because they're opposing elements, fire and ice. But they're doing all these things together, and there's a lot of potential in that. And every once in a great while, you get these moments of you get these kind of almost moments of clarity on their journey, and they're sprinkled so far away from each other, and those spaces are filled with mediocre puzzles and collecting that doesn't have any sort of not any, but because there's something that is being hinted at throughout, but there's no like sense of importance to what you're doing. It's just you having to like. It's like I guess the only way I can describe the game is that it's more of like a template, because you can play this game with another person. So the point is for you to get in and play with somebody. But the only fun that you have is what you make of it. It's not the game helping to perpetuate that fun, which is why I call it more like a template. And there are these little moments that come out of the effort you do, but the payoff is just not good enough. And it's a shame, because like they would be good moments if they were better executed and better formed, but it's kind of depressing to play that game for that reason. But it's fun in its own right, and if you have somebody that like co-op games are your jam and you always have fun with it, like this is the perfect game for you. But for everyone else, it's not going to be an experience that takes you very far, which makes me sad, because like the concept looks so cool, and even playing it, like there's so much that I want out of this game, and I know it's not coming because of how the game is delivering itself. It's not going to happen, which is unfortunate. Like I don't want to say incomplete, because the game plays really well, but in terms of a concept, it's not done at all. And I don't even want to go like on the sense of it being a minimalist game, because I'm a very minimalist consumer. Like I love minimalist style in all forms, and this is not it. Like it's not doing enough with the little bits of information that it puts out and the thing. It's just not doing enough. And if it's trying to be minimalist, it's not minimalistic. It's not doing it well enough. It needs to each piece of information, each visual, each everything needs to have an impact if they really want to have the minimalist style. And it's just not even doing that. And man, it's rough. And even on a frivolous point, there's no platinum for this game, so there's that too. So it's not even
always going for the
way.
platinum.
Well, I mean, that's on the far end of the spectrum, but there's not even that motivation to play it, really. So, I know, it's just rough. It's a rough time, because it has such a good potential. It's just wasted.
Well, look forward to Tim's final review on what is it called again?
Degrees of Separation.
Degrees of Separation. Sometime in the next few days, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Ben, I feel really bad because I didn't mean to do that. Ben, what else have you been playing? I'll come back to you.
It's funny, but it's true. Apex Legends and Fantasy 14. That's been my thing. They added some new content for the Fantasy 14 last week, so I've been trying to get through that before Anthem comes out. So.
See, Ben, you're like the Dokkaner of Final Fantasy 14, and everybody always needs your help, and they're always behind you because you put the whole team on your back.
Yes. My tiny little back.
Your tiny little bag. Hey, you got some powerful ass, quads there. Carry everybody, man.
But yeah, I find it funny. They added a 56-man dungeon, but people have made Discords to actually organise the runs. So it's not just all unorganised. I still need to run the dungeon because it looks like it's going to be fun. And you get the Osmo mount for beating the dungeon. So. And you guaranteed the drop as well, as soon as you're beating it.
Okay, can I come with?
Enjoy the grind first, Tim. Enjoy the grind first.
Well, whatever it takes, man. I want Osmo.
And China's also getting a fat count map, and I want that because it's funny.
I want stuff too.
It rolls on the floor and purrs. It's hilarious. Yeah.
I want it.
But it's going to be China exclusive, so expect it to be expensive when it comes out here. That's not because of Square Enix pricing. People complain that Square Enix overprices stuff that comes from China. And yeah, it's a lot more expensive than the stuff that's made outside of China, but that's only because the Chinese Fantasy 14 has its own licensing. So Square Enix actually has to pay them for licensing to use the product. I know that sounds weird, but that's how it works. And they also can't price it lower than the Chinese market, and the Chinese market's more expensive than ours for some reason. So that's why the Chinese stuff is always more expensive. There you go. Anyway, that's Apex Legends Fantasy 14. I'm done now. Go over to Tim. Tim, what have you been playing?
That's it. I was.
That's how you've been playing something else.
Dokkan? Yeah, a lot of Dokkan.
I'm playing Dokkan right now.
There's a particular fighting game you've been playing.
Legends.
God damn it.
The forced jump.
The jumping force, dude. Yeah.
Forced jump, yeah.
Tell us about your experience with Jump Force.
Frustrating, just because when I was... Okay, so I have this really bad habit with games where, like, when I first start, I read what's going on and I pay attention to I don't want to say pay attention, but I, like, consume the instructions and all that, but I don't really like I don't really like break it down or try to apply it. I'm just like, oh, okay, read it, click, and then I try to go do stuff. And so for the first while in Jump Force, I ended up finding myself fighting a bunch of random high-level things. I'm thinking, man, this game is super hard, and Garri's all like, well, I'm flying through this stuff. I don't know what your problem is. And I realized...
I said it in that exact voice.
He did, too. He's got a lot. He's got quite a range. And what I realized is that my ass wasn't paying attention, and I was fighting people that were like 10 levels higher than I am. So that was fun. I wasn't paying attention to menus.
But did you get a load of XPs for it, though?
Once I finally beat it, yeah. And then I went to do the normal stuff, and I just kind of walked.
Nice.
I felt like Frieza when he blew up Vegeta.
Wow.
So I think the biggest questions everyone has about Jump Force right now is, how does Aizen play?
I don't care because I've only played as Jotaro. Because Jotaro is best boy.
And who is Jotaro?
Oh my god, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Garri.
I'm trying to help you tell, the listeners. They don't know who the fuck...
Yeah, someone listening might not know who Jotaro is.
Okay. That's
The one that licks lollipops?
That's from the same show, but not the same guy.
Oh, so now you're like making fun of Ben, huh? Because he doesn't know.
Okay, I'm done talking now. I'm good. I'm done talking.
I want you to... Tim, you want to make me forgive you? Go play Aizen. I want to see what he's like.
Play Aizen.
Yeah.
Power.
I hope he's just overpowered as shit.
What's Aizen from?
Bleach. He's the main villain from the original.
Is that the chair guy?
Yeah, the chair guy.
He has the chair guy.
The chair guy.
I'm so happy he has his chair. That made me... I wanted to buy it just for the fact that he's got the chair.
What if he's not overpowered, though?
Then it's just a trick and he's pretending to be weak. That's my canon.
Well, that is the biggest problem with Jump Force, isn't it, then?
Yeah.
Balancing.
Why are you asking me? I don't have it.
So I'm not. I'm talking to myself and
there is
to
no balancing.
Yes, and to Tim because I have been playing it as well. I wrote the review. Go read it at psc.com.
Please do that.
Balancing is a huge problem, and it's been a problem with every Shonen Jump mixed fighting game.
Well, that's because
because you can't balance it. Some characters just have to be more powerful than other characters, and they have to be better than other characters because that's
like Kaguya should technically be able to just jump from dimensions.
Exactly. Like my biggest problem with Jump Force, there's a lot, but it is the balance and the blocking. Yes, blocking is
Kamehameha.
Okay. When it comes to blocking, that is literally my phone ringing. So, excuse me.
Oh, Bandai's
phone block.
Bandai Namco's calling. Yeah,
Kamehameha. We sent you an early review copy. Add a 2.
Tim, explain the blocking, please.
Okay, so the thing with the blocking, before he gets ostracized by Bandai and Namco over the phone, is that like it's against the AI. Like it's not really like that big of a problem against players because players are unpredictable and it makes it interesting. But the thing with the AI is that it is designed to react to you. So it's always going to just like try to do the opposite. So if you go up to attack it, like if because you have to do like sprints and stuff across the map to attack somebody. You do that, then they'll just respond with a block. And they can just hold a block. There's no high block, medium block, low block. There's no thing like that. It's just a universal block that covers their entire front of the body. So the way to counter is to either like get around them or grabbing. And then the problem with that is that, like I said earlier, the game is designed to counter what you do. So if you try to grab for them, they are going to try to counter by punching you to counter the grab.
See, that's why I love, in a way, I know most people hate this, but I'm a huge fan of games where you got chip damage when you block too much. When your health goes down a little bit when you're blocking.
Yeah, because there should be a consequence with some of the, and then even the blocking works against like even super ability. And I get that blocking should deter some damage, but with some of these attacks, like it's destroying the goddamn world. How are you not taking damage?
I would block it
in some form or another. It's that shit. Like like you said, there should be something like that. I think that would be a better balance. Because at the very least, you could just be beating the shit out of their block until they die. It would take forever, but you could still do it. You're not just beating on a wall and getting nowhere.
Yeah, it's a serious problem, and there are ways you can break through the block with a charged smash attack. But the problem is, the moment you start trying to do that, the AI will just counterattack you because it's watching you charge an attack.
If you watch Rhymestar's video, you'll learn the secret move is just spamming Kamehameha.
Yep.
Kamehameha.
And that's not fun.
Nope.
Kamehameha.
I also it kind of irritates
Final
me in the
Flash.
story version that in the story mode that you don't necessarily have to play your character, create a character. You just play,
Yugi.
jump character.
Does that mean I can play the whole game as Yugi?
Yeah.
Yay!
No, because you are forced to use certain characters during some story fight.
Right, but you
that's
don't
fine.
ever have to use your create a character.
No, you don't. Even
So,
though
like-
your created character is one of the 3 characters that goes into battle, it's a requirement. You do not have to actually use them.
Sweet, I'll just play Yugi all the time.
It's not a requirement though.
To take your character during the story missions?
Yeah, no, it's not. You can take 3 other characters. You don't need your character. I'll try it. I'll try it once right now. Live on Saturday night. Hang on.
/ Sunday.
Okay, let me try one.
I think you're wrong, but okay.
We'll see.
But no, yeah, the blocking is just, it doesn't work very well. Like, you can grab opponents with the O button, but the problem is the moment you try, if they flinch for like a second, your block is gonna miss instant, and it just becomes this horrid thing. Like, I was playing through the story and I was talking to Tim, and I literally almost quit playing. I almost rage quit because I could not land a single blow on the AI because they just block and counterattack me every time I try to do anything, and it was infuriating. But yeah, no, Xenoverse, Ben,
Yes.
it definitely takes a lot of inspiration from Xenoverse.
I knew that from the alpha and the closed beta.
Like rips it right out.
Yep, it's got the hub world. You can run around. You see other people running around.
Yeah.
There's the different shops and all that.
All of that was in the alpha test.
Oh, there you go. But I just feel like it's very stripped down than it was in Xenoverse. The thing that really bothers me is you can't look at what the clothing items look like on your character.
Oh my god.
You have to
Why
actually,
animate it?
yeah, like you can see what it looks like, but you can't see what it looks like on your character.
That sucks.
And yeah, it makes me very angry sometimes because I spend a lot of money on stuff that looks terrible. Yeah, you can buy other characters' abilities. You can't buy all of them because some characters are very unique, such as Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh. Is that his name?
Yugi. No, that's a 10. You
That's
play
a
as the
what?
Pharaoh, don't you? In this.
Well, you play as the main character from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, but Atem is the spirit of the Pharaoh that possesses Yugi.
Well, I have no idea, but you can't have any of his moves. His moves are unique to him. There's some moves that are unique to Piccolo because he, extends his arms like he does in the anime. So you can't use those.
Piccolo's a tactical genius.
Okay. So you can use about 90% of the moves in the game from other characters, which is cool and all. But I felt like once you found the moves you like the most, I don't see you going and
Wait,
changing them
can I
around.
use Aizen's abilities?
Most likely, yeah. I don't know what abilities belong to who because they're just named after what they're named in the show. So it doesn't say like, oh, this is Naruto's move. This is Goku's move.
To be fair, I
You
think
kind
we
of
all
just
know
have
who
to
Naruto's
know
move
what
is.
it's called.
I bet there's a move
Part of the
called the
cards.
Rasengan, because
Okay.
that's
I'm
Naruto's
sure.
move. I kind of want that to be an anime thing where we guess someone with the game says the moves and we got to guess which anime it's from.
Okay, Gary, I did a key mission, and your character goes with for key missions. Like those are fixed, but
Yeah.
like free missions,
Yeah, you don't have to
you don't
use
have
it.
to use your dude or dudette.
Yeah.
You do
Yep,
that.
yep.
You do that.
See? Told you. Always
I was
doubting.
just surprised with this game that you liked my character.
Yeah, it looks, normal.
Normal. For the
Wait, it
record,
looks
Gary
normal?
thinks
Then it's wrong, because why would you look normal in an anime game? You should look...
Gary
And
just thinks
that's
I
the
have a female
problem.
Character with short hair.
Some characters look cool, other characters look downright terrifying.
Like Frieza.
Like
Yes,
Duffy.
but every One Piece character looks like a serial killer.
Or
just
level 3
waiting-
sex offender.
Yep, just ready to do some bad shit. It does not look pretty.
To be fair, they
It's
are the
terrifying.
king of the pirates.
Don't too soon.
But yeah.
It's Gum.
Gum Force, it's out now. You can play it if you like. I personally don't 100% recommend it. The fighting is fun when you're playing, obviously, with other people, because they play very differently than just blocking and counterattacking the whole
That's really what this game's about. It's not about the single player stuff. It's about the competitive nature.
Fun
Like
with
if you get
friends.
into this stuff and like to play against other people, this could be your jam then. But if you're looking for a single-player experience that's more fun than Xenoverse, you're not gonna find.
No, Xenoverse is better. Go buy Xenoverse. Yeah. It's cheaper.
Yeah, and that's not saying that the game is terrible in every way. Like,
it's not.
The combat animations look really good. The particle effects are phenomenal.
Yes.
The level damage that happens is pretty cool. Like, even though it doesn't remain, like when you destroy the ground or stuff from like a spirit bomb or something, like it still looks cool on screen. Obviously, all the debris and stuff fades away, but there's a lot to like.
Character customization is sweet. Like, it's
yes, there's a lot of character customization. Yes. And every character is unlocked from the start of the game except for the 2 original characters that they made. It's Kane and the green skin lady. I don't.
Let's just call it by their real names, Mira and Toa.
Yeah.
Probably.
From Xenoverse again.
Yeah. Wait, no, but they're actually from what you got first, though. Dragon Ball Heroes.
Oh, don't bring that up.
oh joy, man. Oh joy.
No, but not the anime. I mean, like the actual game. They were in the game first.
Yeah.
Of Dragon Ball Heroes.
Okay, so yeah, Jump Force. Not as exciting as one would have hoped. But yeah, I've also been playing Metro Exodus. Gonna say Last Light. Really enjoying that game. Very different from past Metro games. It's more open and outside rather than being in the Metro for most of the game. Like, you would go outside in the last 2 games, but the radiation was bad, so you kind of had to get inside pretty quickly. Not so much this time because you're in very different parts of the country this time around. But no, it keeps the whole Metro systems intact. You still have to change your air filters. Your gas mask still gets cracked. You still have to charge your flashlight. It has all these same mechanics, but just on a much, much bigger scale.
Would you sing that song that person sang in your game?
I wish I could, but I don't have the skills to do that.
Come on, dude.
I'm sorry. So yeah, if you enjoy the Metro series, you will definitely enjoy Metro Exodus. I recommend that game. Good game, good story so far, at least.
How necessary are the other 2 for that one?
I would say Last Light is more necessary than 2033, simply because the 2033 is more based on the book, whereas Last Light and Exodus are more their own thing, and they kind of step away from the books a little bit. And you'll know why as you play it. There's a lot of story-specific changes they did, which for some in my opinion, is for the better. But yeah, 2033 is still very good, but it's not as important to play as maybe even Last Light. It's not incredibly important, but there are some characters that, are in Exodus from Last Light that play some key roles, and you might not really know who they are if you didn't play those. Yeah.
Okay, so I own them both. I need to get into that series right now.
You should. Well, the problem with 2033 is it was a very, like, in 2033 they use, like, ammo is your currency. So in order to buy stuff, you would have to give up ammo, which is a very precious resource. Yeah, they went away with that in Last Light. Again, for better or for worse, I actually like the mechanic myself, but there's a lot of stuff where you had to micromanage in 2033 that they just kind of said you don't really, like, you still do it, but it's more automated. But yeah, definitely play them. They're really good. But yeah, Ben.
Yeah?
Ben, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm glad to hear it. Ben, I think we are going to bring back Metacritic today.
Okay.
Yes, the critics of Metacritic coming back today or this week. We're going to do Anthem because, the biggest game. Get them scorebooks ready, Ben, please, because I don't have them. So. Tim, Anthem, what do you think is going to be?
6.
I was the damn 6? That's worse than Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh God. You. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say 59.
59. Alrighty, Ben.
Anthem doesn't deserve 69. That's why.
Because of all the streams I've been watching, I really feel like it's going to blow people away off the fence. So I'm going to go with about 85.
85. Wowzers. I am going to go somewhere in between, and I am going to be 73.
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that's the show. Shout-outs. And how can they reach you, my good friend Ben?
Shout-outs to twitch.tv/Maelstrom Radio. Shout-out to She Hills I Tank that recently got their anniversary on Fantasy 14. I was at their wedding. It was quite nice. Also, shout-out to Dumla Umbra on Gilgamesh server, they did a Valentine's Day event where you had a couples, where you dressed up as your favourite couples from fiction and then you get judged and the winners won money. Well, Gil. So it was a fun event on the Gilgamesh server on Alpha. Go check it out. Also shout out to Klaus at Phoenix Down Radio, twitch.tv says Phoenix Down Radio. Also check out PSU Live at twitch.tv says PSU Live, where I've been trying to stream every day. We now have a sub button and we're going to get emotes eventually. So remember, if you do have Twitch or Amazon Prime, if you don't sub to anyone, maybe come over to PSU Live and give us your free sub. And you'll get some statistic emotes once they finish being made. So.
Yeah, and one of them is going to be a picture of me.
So go check out PSU Live, twitch.tv says PSU Live. And remember, if you're Amazon or Twitch, you can get a free subscription to have your favourite streamer. So
you can definitely get a picture of me in the future.
And a shout to Alfonso. We miss you.
Oh my god.
Always.
You can find me at MGR_Chile.
Tim.
You can find me everywhere, anywhere, really, under Timberelli, TIMBERELLI. Usually Instagram and Twitter. And then shout outs to everybody. Fonzie, I'm elated that you're catching up to me in platinums, and I'm also elated that most of those platinums are easy ones.
Shit, Garri was right.
Yeah, congrats, buddy.
Huzzah. Shout outs to you guys, of course. Shout outs to listeners, all of them. Shout outs to Alfonso, Klaus, Chris, who I dearly. You can reach me at Gagwaush. That's GAGLAUSH on everything. And that's it. That's the show.
That was a good show.
Like us, comment on us, tell us if we're poop if you want. That's cool too. I'll take offense to it, but I'll always want. So yeah, thanks for joining us. And if Ben doesn't see you in the shower, he'll see you
in the window.
Through the window.
I don't know about you, but my shower has windows.
What?
So you're going to be taking a shower at the same time, huh?
Stay clean somehow in all this.
Oh yeah, rub your neck. I'll rub mine at the same time.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell, goodbye.